Hey there, I'm Kay Frost, and I am just going to try something out. So, lately for me, what I have been trying to understand is really figuring out what it is that I can be doing that is in alignment with my purpose or ability to express myself in a way that I can find my true emotional fulfillment. And that has been taking me on this path of really having to look within and find what it is about myself that I already have that is meant to be expanded upon in that direction. So I'm just gonna kind of just go with it and just kind of just, I guess, just in a way share what I've been experiencing. So I feel like there is a collective, like there's just a collective desire of needing to know what it is that we're here for and what we're meant to do, so we can find that emotional fulfillment, so we can find that internal wealth that will obviously translate into our outer reality, but that will provide us with the internal sustenance needed to grow and be successful. And just through this process that I've been in, I've just been having everything just really pushing for me to just do it, just do it, just do it. So this is me trying to just do it. It's such an interesting thing being where we are in this time and having all of the opportunities for being our own self-starters and being our own creatives and managing ourselves and things. Airport's right there if you happen to hear the planes fly by. Don't mind it, please. And I've always had this this desire of being very independent and self-sufficient for myself, so that way I can have the freedom to really explore what life is calling me to do. The entrepreneurial spirit, you know, really wanting to tread a path that is mine to take. So I've really been asking myself, you know, what is it that I could be doing? Like, what is it that I'm here to do? What am I meant to do? What am I doing? And again, it's just really been leading me to, again, like, what are your passions? Taking you back to that childlike space, like when you were a little kid and you wanted to, you know, be a dancer or an astronaut or a firefighter, you know, just really looking within that space, that, you know, that innocence, that purity within yourself that really speaks to what your heart is calling for and what the fulfillment that your life in the direction of where you want to be. So I've really been doing that lately and really just really taking the time to sit with myself, to look within and figure out what that is. Like, what does the little girl in me want to do? How, you know, what do I love? So what I love to do is smile and laugh and sing and be happy and communicate and connect with other people, and really being able to feel that freedom that comes with being creative and expanding yourself in a way that is in such a way that brings life and passion into your life. So yeah, I've just really been in that process of really exploring that and really taking the initiative to, instead of waiting for opportunities to just fall in my lap, without really putting any implementation into anything, but really just doing the things in my life that I can focus on now, and taking the action that I need to now to be open to receive those opportunities, to be open to receive the individuals and the connections and the people that I want to bring and call into my life that will really add layers of depth and vibrancy. And it's scary. It really is scary, because especially when you're in a place where you're ready to take a leap, it's like, where do you jump? You know, like, where do you go? What is the proper step forward? What is the proper way to move forward in that direction of really stepping into your power and who you are, and especially if you're on a higher frequency of wanting to contribute to the collective of what your mission is and what your service is. So yeah, it could be pretty intimidating and pretty can leave you with feeling uncertain, because again, when you don't have a clear sign of where to jump, that hesitation starts to build within you, because it's again, like, you want to take a leap of faith and you want to jump into life and really put yourself into something that calls for enthusiasm and passion, but then again, you don't really know where to begin. So I guess what it is that I'm really trying to accomplish with this right now is just to, in my own way, just share that it is something common. It is common and very understandable to be in a position of uncertainty and to be on the path of change, but not quite understanding where that change is coming from, or at least like being on the verge of a transformation, but still in transit of what that may be. So I guess what you could say is that I'm in a sense of in between worlds right now, really opening myself up to new ways of thinking and letting go of old thought patterns and beliefs about myself, about what it is that I'm capable of doing and accomplishing for myself and in my life. What I can say though is, despite the fears or the uncertainty that may arise within these things and these questions that we present ourselves when we are heading on a new path, treading our own path, is to bring it back to the space of love and joy, and really simplifying that down to the space of really being able to find your greatest fulfillment. Like, what fulfills you right now? What can you be doing right now? You know, that is in relationship to where you want to go. What can you be doing now that really does bring you happiness? You know, what can you be doing now that really gives you that childlike sense of wonder and joy and the ability to really express yourself in a way that, you know, you haven't in such a long time? It could be something as simple as like coloring, or playing an instrument, or taking a walk outside, or really just like, you know, doing something physical with your body, so that way you can really get the energy moving, get the juices flowing within yourself, to then clear those blockages, those energetic blockages that you may be having, so that way you can get that channel going of really being able to clear the energy, so then you can allow new energy to flow within yourself as well. So personally for myself, I've been experiencing a lot of really good progress as far as doing that. Every day is definitely a new day, and really just becoming more aligned with my own inner peace and being able to really find satisfaction in the little things, because life is always going to call for you to expand. Life is always going to call for you to move forward. Necessity is the mother of invention. So the fact is that you can't really know what you want out of life until you experience what you don't want. You can't really know what is needed for you to have a fulfilling experience, for you to understand what that is, until you have what you don't want. Just reiterating that point. And I've really had to do that. And a tough thing too, as far as that, is having to look at, the people that surround you as well. Like, what relationships are you in? Like, who is surrounding you? What are the relationships that you have, regardless if they're intimate or familial, or what kind of interactions and the people are around you, and do they represent, or do they reflect back to you what it is that you want for yourself in your life, and who it is that you're becoming? Because we're constantly evolving, always changing. So what is it about those relationships that are a reflection of who you are now? Not a matter of, where you want to go and who you want to be and all that, because you're still that person. You're still going to be that person. But of a matter of who you are right now in this moment. Are the relationships that you have in your life a match to who you are now and the greatest good of who you want to be moving forward, and really living up to that sense of satisfaction and fulfillment now? So that's just another thing that I've really had to consider for myself, and really had to look within about, and really gauge and really consider if the people in my life are really the best thing for what I need to do moving forward, and the things that I want to accomplish, and just in my personal happiness in the now. Which again is something that can be something to struggle with, because where we are in this time in our lives, and just as in our culture, we're always moving ahead, we're always thinking forward. It's always about boom, 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 next thing, moving on. Nothing really sticks long enough for you to really contemplate what's happening with it. There's always change happening very fast. So sometimes we get so wrapped up in the movement of things constantly, having momentum and always having and things always changing, that we just sometimes get so wrapped up in getting swept away that we don't really take the time to really calm ourselves down, to really take a moment to breathe and consider what it is that we need in the moment right here. But when you do take that time, when you do take that moment to really, sorry, I had to stop the video, but when you really give yourself that opportunity to stop and assess what's going on around you, you have the ability to really tap into that inner knowing, that understanding of what's really happening in your life, and really being able to gain a clear understanding of what it is that you have going on now. The world around us and the chatter that we have, having our phones, always having something to distract us, really doesn't allow us to really digest what is happening in our subconscious, in our subtler bodies of ourselves, that are indicative of what's really happening. So everything is all good. You're exactly where you need to be. Even though you may not have all the answers, you may not know all of the keys, to the puzzle, or pieces to the puzzle, or have all of the information that you feel you need in order to make a decision. For myself, I've just had to come to peace with knowing, and also I feel the reason why we're not given all the answers is because we have to be in that space of trusting, really, that things are going to work out the way that they need to, and that there is a force greater than us that is guiding us in a direction of what is best for us. And that is to, really help us along. So it's okay. It's okay if you don't know everything or have all the answers, but there is always an opportunity to smile. There's always an opportunity for you to feel a little bit better if you're not feeling too hot right now. There's always the chance of finding a solution to a problem. Whenever there's a problem, there's a solution. There is always another end of the spectrum in relationship, a polarity to whatever it is that's happening. So, yeah, things are looking up in life, and life is happening and things are changing, but that's okay, because it's a beautiful thing. Just like the seasons, you can expect, you can kind of like expect it, like there's always going to be an opportunity for change. So, just simplify it, instead of trying to really contemplate everything all at once. Just really be nicer to yourself and just really do those things, like I was saying, that really allow you to nurture that inner child, that really allow you to get back to that space of feeling, content with the now, that let you find that moment of happiness and joy in a moment. So that's just where I'm at right now with my life, and on my path of trying to figure it out. And I really do hope that, wherever you are, well, I know that wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. And there's such a wonderful, vibrant, exciting, passionate future ahead, and that you are in the becoming stages of someone magnificent, and that will really create wonderful changes and make wonderful waves in the world that will carry on beyond that. So thank you, and I hope that somewhere in this helped you feel a little bit better. If not, that's okay, but still, the sun is gonna come up tomorrow, so you can always be guaranteed of that. But yeah, that's just all I have for right now. But thank you so much if you found yourself here. I look forward to what's to come, and am enjoying the path to that. So I hope you have a fabulous day today, and wish you the absolute best. And yeah, see you later.